Welcome to my latest video. Two things have changed in my tank since the last one. One, this big tang has gotten a lot bigger. And two, I've changed to a different brand of lights, which are much more blue than the others. I've tried to manually white balance my camera here to make the colors look accurate. These are 14K lamps, and they are very, very blue. I've added a few new things to my tank since the last one. The biggest addition, most recent, is this nice big leather coral here. My button polyps are growing like weeds. Star polyps are growing as well. A mushroom was sprouted up right in the middle of the star polyps. My short tentacle plate is doing well. I've now added a long tentacle plate coral as well to the tank. And the leather fingers and the Kenya trees are also doing well. As for fish, I have added a few new fish too. Most notably, one of them here is the nice large cleaner wrass. I noticed my blue tang was doing weird things. He was scratching up against the rocks and stuff and digging holes in the gravel and stirring up the sand bed and basically just being very rambunctious. But after adding the cleaner wrass, I noticed that he was picking a lot of parasites off the tang, and well, now the tang is nice and calm, and whatever was bothering him has been taken care of by the wrass. Very impressive. Also added a nice blue. This one's called a Coral Chromis. And a new little Clarke, an enemy fish. As my old Clarke, as well as my percula clown, which were my two oldest fish, finally died. They were about 8 years old. I don't know what the lifespan is, but I had a round of I think it was ick that went through the tank after adding an anthias last year. It died right away, or within a month or two, and took a few other fish out with it. So that was kind of a disappointment to spend that kind of money on a new fish, only to have one arrive from the store that was already sick and caused me to lose some of my other tank mates. My Frogspawn is growing okay. This clownfish is really aggressive. He's got his own unique personality. He treats the plate coral as if it's an enemy, and he feeds it. And it's really quite funny because what will happen is one of the tangs, either the yellow or the blue tang, will go to take some food away from the plate that the clownfish has fed him. And this little, I call him my little pit bull, because he's really vicious. Other fish will take the food away from the plate coral, and he will swim right up to the other fish and take the food out of their mouth and put it back in the plate coral. It's hilarious to watch, and this happens every day at feeding time. I think I may have a shot of it on video, and if I can find it, I'll post it, because it is kind of funny the way that he acts. He's been like this since day one. Kind of a neat little fish. Everything else doing great. Firefish is doing great. Oh yeah, my Kenyan tree is, where is it here? somewhere down here is it's reproducing. Got some polyps dropping off here and starting to grow, as well as is the mushroom. My pulsing xenia is not. Oh, there's another fish that I've added. I just haven't seen him yet, but here he is. Coral beauty, little coral beauty angelfish in here hiding. That spends a lot of time in behind the rocks, and every so often you'll see him swim out. There he is. Coral beauties, you got to be careful because sometimes they will. They've been known to nip at corals. I've had this one in here about a month, and I haven't seen him bothering my corals in any way, shape, or form. I've also got a couple of brittle stars in here. They're hard to see because they're always hiding up in the corners here, but there's one there, and there's another one on the other side of the tank. They tend to just hang around in the same space all the time. Kind of a boring starfish because you never see them. And of course I got all these little tiny sea stars. You're seeing a few of them here, but there are literally hundreds of them. When the lights go out at night, the glass is covered. Oh, here on this side, you can see a whole bunch of them over here. And I did not put these in my tank. They came as a stowaway on a piece of live rock, I'm sure. But they are growing quite nicely. I'm going to have to probably start doing something with them when they get a little bigger. Yesterday I added a phosphate reactor, as phosphates have always been a problem in this tank. So hopefully we'll see the phosphates drop to 0, and then this red algae that's growing on the gravel and on the rocks will disappear. At least that's what we hope will happen. Here's the coral beauty again. The fish are all hanging out here because they've spotted me and they're hungry. They want to be fed. So they're all hanging around watching me. They're probably wondering, what the heck's that thing he's got in his hand? But anyway, that's all for this month. And we'll post another one here in a little while. There's my little pit bull clownfish there, restoring order. He doesn't let anybody get out of line. He just chases after everybody. He's a really nasty little bugger. He'll take on the biggest fish in the tank and let him know who's boss, and this guy is definitely the boss. So that's it for today, and we'll post again another interesting video sometime soon. Let me know what you think. If there's anything inaccurate, if I've named some of my corals wrong, I appreciate you letting me know what is what. I think I've got the names down right.